And then I said, "Officer, do what you want, but these cuffs are staying on." Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Rebels Without a Castle, the Stone Lord's Folly. My name is Zach Savage, and I will be your lore master this evening. I'm joined by my absolutely wonderful, fantastic cast of characters, and judging by their faces, they're not too thrilled about it. So they're going to go through and tell you who they are and what they're doing. We're going to start with Sam.
Whoa, oh my gosh, I'm first up. Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Sam. I go by Utah Indie on both Twitch and Instagram. And tonight I will be playing your devilishly handsome pirate gunslinger, Revless Noge, Hyacinth.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pyrea. I am playing Espen, the Oblivion Ranger slash Druid. Yeah, amazing. Let's go diagonal to Justin.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm GM Justin. You can find me at all my socials at Forever GM Justin. You can also find me over at Roll D5, where we specialize in playing indie TTRPGs. I'm going to be playing Dante. I don't know where I'm at, and that's him. Laura, you're next.
Hi, hello, good time zone folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. You can usually find me all over the internet as _ Laura Tutu. But tonight, here and now, you can find me playing Arian Shieldbreaker, our barbarian fighter who's just trying to keep these chucklefucks alive. And I'm not the healer.
My favorite thing is that nobody really is. There are people who have the ability, but maybe not
It's a boring
the wherewithal to do it.
If you're just a healer, that's...
Oh, okay. I'll keep that in
I'm
mind when I
committed to
play
just
with my
commit.
encounter.
I'm committed to doing all the chaos that I can. All right. Healing is just a thing that can happen sometimes.
Yeah, if you need it, and no one's ever needed it thus far.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, thanks. So, if you were with us last time, you know that we picked up in the middle of a combat as the Clan Rubyhold Dwarves attempted to shove off our crew's escape from into the Sea of Lindrior to get to the Stone Lord's son before his... Well, I guess we don't really know who they are yet, but we will find out. And they did dispatch them, but not without a couple of, not casualties. Nobody died, but it got real close. And as we, after I insulted Sam for missing both of his attacks, we had 2 downs. Our lovely little cleric saw the light, as it were, for a moment, and some other maybe slightly concerning visions, but maybe not so much concerning as our good, wholesome himbo over here, who saw visions of a plane of fire and a chariot drawn by nightmares. And I'm sure that's fine. But they did dispatch the dwarves and make it onto the ship as it was making out for sea, and now we are on the Sea of Lindrior, and that's where we are now. So, friends, you're a little beat up. We had a rough time last time, but that's all right. All is forgiven. So, as you are all kind of catching your breath on this ship, attempting to not bleed all over the deck, you see that Captain Sergen Bergon has just informed you that a shortcut is needed to make up for the lost time.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Does anybody remember where your shortcut is through?
To Sirens. I don't remember exactly on the map, but it's the part in the water of the map. There you go.
It's the Singing Strait, which I'm assuming means there are fucking sirens to deal with, so it'll be fine.
Sea shanties? Jaunty tunes? Count me in.
It could just be an a cappella group that's taken up residence in the rocks.
It's the Wellerman.
Why you're all so paranoid. Straight No Chaser is actually just chilling in the middle of the ocean.
As they should be.
Perfect. So yeah, Captain Baragron says very sullenly, "Yeah, that's gonna be the best way for us to make up for lost time. And I don't know a lot about what you're all doing, and I preferred it that way, but I imagine time is of the essence, yes?
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
No, I think it'll be really cool. I think it's fortunately.
I mean, we don't really have a choice either way, Serafina.
So then why not be happy about it? If it's the same either way.
I'm not always super thrilled about having to go directly into what will likely be a bloodbath.
No, but it sounds really cool. Like, I used to stare at this place on the map in my room, and now we get to go there. It would be
No.
like a little kid. We could get a cool rock as like a souvenir.
I think Ori just kind of looks up and looks directly at Revlis.
What? Can I help you? I get
Can I help you?
I understand.
He's like-
I'll have a word with the lass. Don't you worry. Serafina, would you mind joining me at the starboard bow?
Yes. No. Yes. I don't mind.
Serafina, can you roll a survival check to see if you can figure out what starboard or bow means?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I love that that's survival.
It feels right.
Well, let me find my bonus because the roll wasn't great.
The survival,
be a
I guess history would also be
Solid
good, I guess. You'd read it in a
9.
book.
That's a very different. That's a +4 or +8. So how well do you want her to do?
I have no qualms about whether she knows left from right at all. No,
Because
go
right now
take
it's a
your
9, or it could be a 13.
I don't know, take what you think is best.
We'll do the 9. I don't know that she would
All
have
right.
specifically researched boats.
Perfect. So Serafina, you hear the word starboard bow and you confidently look around in a circle.
Looking for stars. We've got to be
As
on
she's
one of
looking
these
around,
swells.
Revlis
Yeah.
is just going to take one hand, just plop it right on her head, turn her head in the direction of the starboard bow, and then give her a little nudge forward.
She'll start walking that way.
There you go. You've got your bearings now.
Like the little wheels that helps things turn. I don't think I
Serafina,
told
I think you and I are going to have a couple lessons aboard this here vessel as we travel. Do you? I assume by your confusion back there, you don't know what starboard or port mean.
The port is where the ships come in, and starboard is a board with stars on it, probably.
Great guesses. Very, very great guesses. Unfortunately, no. As much as I wish it were. However, it might be beneficial for your learning if you were to come participate in a little bit of vandalism with me. All in good fun, of course. But go ahead and pull out your knife there. Come over here to the bow with me. Let's carve a star into the starboard. So that way, if you ever need to know where you're going, you can find the star.
Oh, okay.
on over,
She
come on.
does not have a weapon knife, but she's got a bag full of craft materials. So she's gonna pull out like a very small knife that's probably intended for like, cutting her paper for origami or whatever. Like, medieval
Like an
X-Acto
X-Acto
knife.
blade.
Yeah. And just start doing her best to like force it into the wood.
Revlis has two large knives on him. One is a sax knife, the other is like a little cook's knife. Both could do the job much easier. He's just gonna let her go for it.
Just gonna watch
Like, you
as
know what?
with her
Let's-
minus
let's
2
make it happen.
strength modifier, she tries to force her X-Acto knife into the wood.
Mhm.
All
So
right.
as-
So
start
let's This feels like sleight of hand, maybe, or performance, I guess, in a way. I don't know.
Ah.
Visual artists, give me some help here.
I mean, I would have said like performance maybe for art, but strength to get the
Sure.
knife into the
I
door.
would vote performance because as
Yeah.
she is doing this, Revels is going to try and stand in front of her and start explaining. So this side, the right side of the ship, is called starboard, and the left side is called port. And the front of the ship, where we've got where we're standing now, this is called the bow, and just so on and so forth, and talking about the
Okay.
different parts of
All
the
right.
vessel.
So we're gonna do a performance from Revlis to cover up the vandalism. And then Serafina, we will do a sleight of hand or a performance for like the carving.
I don't know if she would have been intending to be sneaky, because Revlis said vandalism so casually, like it was just gonna be fine. I think she would like performance because she'd want to like do a good job on the star, but I don't think she's actually trying to get away with anything.
No, and that's totally fine. I just need more for like the meticulous movements. Revlis is the one covering for you right now.
I rolled so good. That's a 19 plus 2. 21.
19. All right. Revlis, would
12
you
minus 1. So
12
11.
minus 1. Okay. Okay.
We're doing it really well and really visibly.
And really loud. Okay.
Amazing.
All right. So Serafina, you're Sistine Chapeling this
Yeah.
this star.
Stunning.
Revlis, you are kind of making these big motions, kind of like flaring out your coat to like kind of obscure what's going on behind you, and it attracts just a little bit too much attention. As you see one of the people who were like they were like shoring up some of the lines along the gunnels, and they come over and they're like, "Hey, what are you doing over there?"
Oh, just teaching a landsman a little bit about the this here vessel. What be it that you be doing over here? You need a lesson as well.
No, I just kind of want to know why she's carving stuff into our ship.
Ah, well, you see,
Are you like trying to curse us because like we're already on the ocean, man? Like this could get so much worse already.
well, I could. I hear you loud and clear there. But you, sir, what's your name?
Narcelo, and you see he's a gnome. He's got kind of like a shaggy like mohawk, but doesn't maintain it, and so he's got a lot of this, and then there's like kind of a little bit on the sides. He's got a scar over his left eye and this like very shaggy goatee situation.
How old does he look? Like a couple years younger than me, much younger.
Give me perception.
Okay. Ooh, not bad. Dirty 20.
Okay. So Rebus, you know firsthand that the salt and sea keeps a man young on the inside. However, that's not quite the case on the outside. And he looks a fair bit more haggard than you think, but like you kind of like look beyond like the wear lines and the years of sun and the creases. Look, he's probably like in whatever mid-30s is for a gnome.
Mid-30s. Okay, right on. Well, there. I just wanted to teach a quick lesson here to my ward. You see, they've not really known much about ships before, and I believe it could be beneficial for them to have a visual cue. I mean, you here would laugh to hear what this young'un would have to say. She thought that the starboard was a board with a star on it. Funny thing, isn't that? Now, of course, in order to help her along, I thought it might be beneficial for her to carve a star into the starboard. You take my meaning?
Give me a persuasion check, Rebels.
Right on. Natural 20.
Oi!
Yeah.
Unnatural to natural. I love it.
You see, he like looks at you and then like looks over and he goes, "You, you know what? This new boy that we just brought on, Jacamy, he's had a hard time with it as well, and I think he might actually really benefit from this. Is it okay if I go grab him and come show him, and maybe it'll like stick? Because we were really gonna leave him in the next port, but this might give him this might get him where he needs to be."
Aye, bring the lad aboard. I'll start a sermon to these here landlubbers, and we'll teach them good and true. Jacoby, you said his name was?
Mm-hmm.
I bring him forward. I'll lay a course in him, as the word says.
You see Narcelo goes scrambles kind of below deck for a second, and then you see comes back up, followed by this like 9 foot tall Goliath man, and you see he's got all the tattoos, all very like nautical themed, and they all look very fresh.
Well there. You must be Jacoby. Is that right? Wonderful. Well, I was just giving a little bit of a talk to some of the fresher faces at sea. Not to say that I don't have myself young at heart, that is. So come on over, take a gander at what we're doing here, teaching about the different parts of the ship.
You see he'll kind of trots over.
As Seraphina finishes up like her last star, she's just gonna like hold out her little knife to him and go, Did you want to do vandalism with us? It helps you learn.
I love vandalism. And you see he'll take the knife, and it's so tiny in his like big hand. And you see he goes down. What style stars did we go for with this, Seraphina? Did we do like the little like star bursts, or did we do the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
She's doing the ones that are like this. So it's like the four corners, but they like dip in at the sides.
Got it. The blue fairy stars. Got it.
And then little sparkles going in between them.
Okay, perfect. You see that he like takes it, and in the most aggressive way possible, carving is a really strong word. He more aggressively removed material in the form of several triangles that happen to cobble together. There is nothing even or artistic about this. But you see he looks down at it and he goes, "Star on the board."
Yes.
Starboard.
You've got the idea.
Starboard.
Your star looks really good. I like it. How long have you been trying for?
Well, I don't draw on here much. I move stuff.
You're a natural at abstract. It looks really good.
Thank you.
As these two are talking, Revelus is just going to mutter quietly to himself, "In for a penny, in for a pound. You asked for this." And over the course of the next hour or so, he will do his best to teach and quiz the class on the different parts of the ship.
I love that so much.
Mr. Noge,
Yes.
if there's no crow in the crow's nest, what do we call it then?
That's a good point. Like if a sparrow lands in it, is it the sparrow's nest?
I think just a nest will suffice. Yes.
There's not very many eggs in it. So is it not a very good nest?
She makes a good point.
No, I hear you there. Why don't you both of you climb up there and double check if there's any eggs up there? The teacher needs a break, and I will. If they start to go up that way, I will pull out my flask of that naval-proof rum and just take a nice long swig.
Seraphina's gonna start to climb up, but she has still not healed from the battle, so it's gonna be a little scary. Like, she's just kind of barely hanging on to the rungs. Like, her foot kind of slips at different points as she, like, tries to get up to the nest, because she is curious. She wants to see how many eggs are up there.
Do you need help?
Was looking for eggs?
No, going up. I'm very strong.
Sure. How do you help with that?
Welcome aboard. And you see he'll like scoop you up and put you over his shoulder. And then just
Okay. Do we see any eggs?
roll for eggs.
A bird could have made a nest in the nest. Who knows? I gotta ask.
I will say you do not see any eggs. Revless. Oh, no, go ahead.
I think this isn't a very good nest. It seems like birds don't trust it very much.
Yeah, this nest sucks.
Yeah, it's probably not very strong. That might be the problem.
Revless, as these two are scrambling up to investigate the real estate that is the crow's nest, they are disappointed by the lack of bird presence. However, as you kind of glance over to check on Seraphina, you do see this very familiar albatross circling just high enough.
Is it it's following the ship, right?
It was not there when you took off, but you are noticing it now.
Can I tell? Can I see any discerning features about it? Maybe a color pattern or something other of the sort, so that I can try and remember that just in case. And he's grasping at straws here, but he's hoping that he's seeing a different one each time. And he just wants to pick something out on it, if possible.
I'm going to say it's really high up, and you're kind of like doing a stare into the light of the sun thing. So
okay.
Give me a perception. It's going to be a disadvantage.
You got it. Oh, that's not great already to start.
What could go wrong?
Don't say that.
Well, I really love the second roll. That's another natural 20, but the first roll was a 5 plus 3.
God, ain't that just the way?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
8.
So with a 3, you more so you noticed the shape circling, and then as you go to like kind of focus, it seems like the clouds start to split for a second, and this just bright beam of sunlight kind of scorches your corneas for a second, and as you like pull away to kind of recalibrate yourself, you look back up and the albatross is gone.
Right then. Fuck all the way off, you spooky bird. And
Lovely.
He'll wait for the classmates to make their way back down before asking the eggs.
As we get back, Seraphina, despite having help even, she's just like exhausted. She's like kind of out of breath, and she's just gonna kind of stumble into Revless and put her head on him and be like, Is it room time yet?
I think just about.
Okay.
Jacoby, thank you for joining our lesson today. I think we will adjourn for a couple hours. We'll pick this up in the evening time. I'll teach you all a little bit about stars and the star charts, but it seems this young deckhand needs a little R&R. We'll go ahead and meet back at the sound of the evening bell, if that works for you.
Okay. I mean, I have work to do, so.
Yes,
But we'll all come back round for dinner, so I will see you then.
I'm sure you do. Well, chop chop, off you go. And he'll sit Seraphina down on the steps next to the starboard bow. And just kind of sit there with her for a little bit, making sure she's doing okay. Seraphina, I've got an apology to make.
For what?
I feel it's a bit odd. I haven't had this feeling in a little while, but there's never been a time like on that there dock where I wasn't sticking my neck out for you and protecting you in a way that I should have. And when you went down, I don't know how to say this, but you know when water gets very cold,
Yes.
how it turns to ice slowly?
Mm-hmm.
Felt a little bit like that, lass. Everything on my insides, all the blood flowing through my veins, just froze up. And I won't lie, I was shook. I was scared for you. And I want to apologize that I wasn't there to do better by you.
But you did try to protect me, and you don't even have to do that. So I'm not really sure what you're apologizing for. I just appreciate that you care about me. Nobody told you you had to do that even.
No. I guess you're right. No one that you know of would have said that.
Did somebody tell you you're in charge of caring about me? Because
No.
you don't have to feel like you have to protect me. I don't want you to feel like you're forced to.
I appreciate that, Seraphina. That's very sweet of you. It's not so much someone telling me that I need to keep an eye on you as much as it is me own self that is telling me that I need to keep an eye on you. Because I seen you, and we've had some good adventures till now, but I see a softer side of myself in you.
I think you have that side in yourself too. I'll take care of you too. We can take care of each other.
You're a smart one. You're very smart. I like the way you think. Let's shake hands on it.
Outside. Okay. She's gonna reach out her hand, and then as they shake, she's gonna keep holding it for a second and say, "Outside of the fight, are you okay? You seemed more down than normal lately, even before the fight."
I've had a couple memories come to light that I've not been wanting to think about for a while. Have you ever had a bad dream, Seraphina?
Like a daydream?
Yes. Something where your imagination goes wild and shows you some of the darker parts of your life or the things that you might be scared of.
Yes, I've thought about things I was scared of before.
Well, I guess I should say that one of the reasons I'm apologizing is because I am scared of losing family. I'm very scared of that. And you, lass, I've come to see you as a bit of my own skin. A niece or a daughter of sorts, whichever way you like to take it. And of course, no obligation by that by any means, but just means that I want to keep a weather eye on you. And that's because when I was young, things were tough. That's all I mean by it. Pardon me, lass. I think I've got something in me eye. He's gonna go out and turn to the side, and as discreetly as he can, just kind of brush away like a single tear that's trying to get out of his eye.
Can I roll perception on that? Or, yeah, perception is the one.
Sure. You're trying to hide it there, Revlis. All right, so I'm gonna do sleight of hand for Revlis, and then against perception for Seraphina.
14?
9.
Seraphina's not gonna say anything. She's just gonna lean towards him and wrap her arms around him in a hug where she's like leaned against him too. And just hold him.
As she's kind of like hugging him from the side, he'll take a moment, take a sharper breath, and then reach his arm up around her, put his hand on her shoulder, and just give her a couple pats. He's not one for lots of physical affection, but he'll definitely sit there with her, just that little side hug as long as she allows it.
She's gonna do it for like a hot second, like probably hold him for at least 10 seconds before she kind of lets go and straightens back up. If you ever want to talk about it, I'm happy to listen, or we could like compare childhoods too, if that helps. I heard that sometimes people feel more comfortable sharing if you also share. So, either way.
Maybe some truth to that. Pardon me, and like he's like now, like through that whole thing, like he's got a couple streams of tears coming down for a little bit now. And he's still trying to play it off. He's like, there's a little bit of spray of the sea in my face.
Hi.
I think some rest would do us both good. But I would love to chat with you. Just help share a couple of the things that have gone awry. See if you can maybe help me find some ideas on how to do better.
Okay. We can do it after room time.
Wonderful. Well, I'm gonna go find out if there were any eggs up in that nest. Just one second.
There weren't. It's a bad nest, we decided.
But did you
don't
look
seem
close
to
enough?
like it.
It's a terrible nest.
Thank you.
Thank down the deck.
Right. As he's like walking over towards the rigging to climb up to the crow's nest, he's gonna grab like one of those chunks of wood, or one or two of those chunks of wood that Jacoby took out of the railing, and he's going to, as he climbs up into the crow's nest, when he finds a good seat, he's gonna pull out his cook's knife, and he's gonna start whittling some eggs.
So cute.
Perfect. And as you settle into your little craft, you sit there for a few minutes, just really trying to get the shape down. Eggs are hard to carve. And a few moments later, you just hear, Jacoby, what the fuck is this hole in the side of my ship?
clean through.
Ori, what are you getting into with this downtime? The seas are calm, the spray is cold.
Well, there was the confirmation of their heading with the captain. I think Ori watches the others sort of separate, looks down, and realizes that her arms are still gloved almost to the elbow in someone else's blood. Because she bludgeoned a man to death on the docks.
That is the thing that happened.
She's gonna excuse herself, walk over to one of the rain barrels, and take the little, like, I'm assuming there's like some kind of a vessel floating in it, like a wooden cup.
Yeah, like a little wooden like scoop
ladle.
thing.
She's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
gonna. Yep. That's the extent of it.
You'll see like Captain Sargon comes down from the helm. Well, comes back from the bow after discovering the new additions or subtractions to his ship. Runs by as you're like kind of like you get the water and then you go to like buff it us and like this like just chunk of viscera like also comes off with it. He goes, "Oh, I'm glad that's not our drinking water. Goodness."
Well, there's a reason that I'm doing it over the side of the ship, sir.
You lot, you lot know how to fight.
Comes with the territory.
Say, you look familiar. Have we met before?
I think I've just got one of those faces.
Ah, must be. Must be.
Zach, do I recognize this motherfucker?
You don't.
Or he just kind of raises an eyebrow. Like I said, she's got one of those faces. She kind of like stands up a little straighter.
And you see he goes, I suppose we all have one of those faces. That's how we get into this kind of work, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm sure, of course, vessel like this, everything's going to be above board.
Oh, every bit of it. Every bit.
Yeah.
Give me, no, you know what? Don't give me nothing. Don't give me nothing.
Why not?
Don't give me nothing. So you see he'll take the he takes like the wooden scoop out of the water and then he scoops it and then just drinks out of it.
She wasn't. Listen, there is no blood in the rain barrel because she's polite. God damn it.
Ori, as Captain Sargon goes to leave, he kind of like stops, and you see like from behind, he very, very deliberately takes his right hand and like puts it into his jacket pocket. And he goes, one of those faces. Sure. And you see this piece of paper comes out. And he like makes this big show of like, whoopsie. And the folded up paper falls to the deck and he walks back up to the helm.
What's on the goddamn paper, Lore Master?
Ori, as you pick up this like weathered piece of parchment, You unfold it as it says, "Wanted, Oriane Shieldbreaker, for high treason in the city of Rezia," with a very good rendition of your likeness in the middle.
Treason is subjective. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Is it though?
I mean, do you want me to get political right now?
Let me get another drink. Just be right back.
Hold on, if we're gonna get political here, let me grab a drink too.
Hi, welcome to our TED Talk about treason.
Treason, sedition, not letting the 1% do what they want just because they have the gold for it. You'd think they'd have tougher skin.
Well, and I'm sure if you turned yourself in, they would let you explain yourself, and I'm sure see your side of the story.
Yeah. Well, that's going to put a wrench into things, but I don't got to worry about that until we get back to the mainland. Probably. Shit. Hey, Lore Master.
Yeah.
The shipping lanes that we're taking,
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose they're frequented by, like, I don't know, the King's Navy.
How much naval experience does Ori have?
She's a fucking smuggler, dude.
That's fair. That's fair. Give me
She
I
definitely
will say
knows where the starboard is.
this is after
Yeah.
Starboard and Port nailed it. So give me a survival check. Just to see if the waters feel familiar.
22.
22. Okay. So, as you look around, you see that, like, the way that you guys came out of port, you kind of skirted south first. And then seemed to be kind of like swinging in, just based on like how the sails are set and the direction of the sun at the moment. You are swinging wide from well-traveled waters and then swinging into, well, the course as you know it, which you imagine the Resident Navy would not frequent if they didn't have to either. Give me an insight check as well, just like a general vibe.
That's a 9.
9. Okay.
Passive insight is 11.
Yeah. Yeah. We can use the 11 because like that makes more sense, I suppose, in the situation. This definitely puts you a little on edge, knowing that your face is out there. You feel like on this particular ship, you're not among friends, but you're among people of a liker mind. Whose faces are probably also in other parts of the world.
He says as he takes a significant sip of his drink. Has the captain like fully fucked off, or is he still like?
It's kind of a saunter.
Or he's gonna pocket the wanted poster, like jog to catch up. How much do you want?
Well, what's that? It's a silly thing. Money does make the world go round, but what kind of cost do you put on something like this?
Or I could just throw you overboard.
I don't recommend that. You're strong, but I don't think you're that strong to deal with what comes
Try me.
after.
It's possible. Either way, the ship would be dead in the water.
Don't you think you'd gambled enough for one day?
Listen, Captain. From what I gather, you have an understanding of these things. Otherwise, I feel like we'd be going through more traveled shipping lanes. It's an awful long way south to get where we're going.
Well, the scenic route's always the best route.
I thought we were strapped for time.
It's fun when those two things coincide. Quick and pretty.
Something tells me you trust the crown about as much as I do. Am I wrong?
Well, we don't make special banners for Siege Day or nothing like that, and we just tend to stay out of the way.
I know they say there's no honor amongst thieves, but aren't we all of us mightier together, as they say?
Miss Shieldbreaker, you misunderstand me. I'm not going to turn you in. I'm not going to blackmail you. I simply want to know what you're wanted for.
Well, one man's sedition is another man's freedom.
That's what got us all here, lass. That's... The water's also blue.
It's remarkable what happens when the nobility realize that those of us at the bottom of the barrel aren't nearly as scared as they think we should be. Start throwing around words like treason, outlaw. I do what I can because the people that have nothing, well, it's not by choice. It's a choice to hoard your resources. It's a choice to send children to the mines to die. But when it's a choice between going to bed with an empty belly or smashing a storefront window, well, I don't think that's much of a choice either, is it?
I couldn't say, being a law-abiding citizen as I am, but were I in your position, certainly see the merit in that way of thinking.
There are two sides to every story, Captain. And you know, I'm sure, that history tends to be written by the victors.
It's a good thing I don't go in for much reading then.
We square then?
Oh, about as square as that paper.
Well, then I'll trust we'll have no further issues on our voyage, sir. Besides, the kind of bruiser that comes in handy to keep around.
Well, if you finish whatever it is that this little expedition is, and you don't die, circle back. The sea has its advantages.
And Oriel offer a hand to shake.
And you see, as you like put your hand out to shake, he like pulls out a little like a little flask and like passes it over to you.
She's gonna sniff it first.
Give me a perception check.
12?
12. It smells like rum. It doesn't smell like particularly good rum. It's very, very sweet on the nose with that kind of like turpentine-y feel on the back end.
I mean, she's been hanging around with Revelous for a few weeks. Are we talking like similar?
It's probably worse than what Revelous is rocking around with.
Nice. She'll just kind of hold the flask up, take a good swallow, and hand it back.
And you see he'll take it and do a similar nod and head on back up to the helm, knocking, seemingly finishing the flask.
How bad was that rum?
It was rough. It was rough. You ever had like a bad, like an old bottle of Appleton Estate, like it sat for a while? Yeah.
Why? Why?
Yeah, not sponsored. Yeah, it's that like syrupy, like sugaryness, and then just like smacks you in the back end.
It's that weird cough syrupy aftertaste.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so Ori, you're made awares that you're not as under the radar as you'd like to be.
Fuck the gods. Hey, Revlis.
Yes.
Where are you, old man?
Up here. Look up.
Yeah.
And she looks up and throws like a half-carved egg down at her.
Yeah.
Maybe like a deviled egg. It's like
Yes. I worked hard. Can you catch that for me? No, there it goes. Okay. Never mind. Yes.
Maybe don't huck it at my head.
I thought you had better reflexes.
That's why I dodged, asshole.
Point taken. I'm coming down. He'll scurry down the rigging and walk on over. Yes, you called. Something troubling you?
Ori kind of sucks her teeth. I don't know how to say this, but she'll just hand over the wanted poster.
Revlis will look it over at first. It's just like a little bit of a smirk. Be like, okay, what's this? But his eyes quickly go like dinner saucer wide, looking at the reasoning. Mighty impressive. High treason. You know, it takes quite a lot of pissing off to get these folk to notice you. Color me impressed even more so than I already was.
Okay.
So, I'm assuming you don't want me to turn you in.
I will throw you into the ocean right now, old man.
Point taken. All in good fun. I'm assuming you're not carrying this on your person, though, which leads me to a second question. Where'd you come by this?
Nods towards the captain's quarters. I just, if I'm not as incognito as I previously assumed, there will likely be more of these. And more people who are more willing to go after that amount of gold.
Right. How many ship hands have we got on this here vessel? I'm assuming that there's more than a couple of them that might be upset with the captain. I can speak to a couple of them. I can stage a mutiny in 2 weeks.
No. Rev, he didn't threaten me exactly.
Then I'm sorry, I'm not following.
I figure that this is the kind of thing that I should probably be somewhat forward about. If you are going to keep traveling with a wanted fugitive of the crown.
I apologize. Yes, that is valuable information. And honestly, I'm fucking proud to be traveling with you now. Before it was admiration, but I'll be damned.
Yeah, it's just because you saw me beat a man to death.
Quite impressive, really. I thought that blood was never going to come off.
It
was a good look too, by the way. Maybe we should find you a pair of gloves that go up to the elbow.
Oh my god.
Next time you don't have to clean as much up.
What's wrong with you?
A lot.
I just don't want it to take anybody by surprise. That's all.
The only thing surprising here is how much fucking money you're worth. In a good way.
I didn't kill anybody. At least, not directly. If that's what you're wondering about.
Lass, I don't have the best moral compass myself. So when it comes to matters of criminal activity, I think you and I should start a tally. How many posters we find with your face on it, and how many posters we find with mine.
Yeah, no, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest. It's gonna make moving around a little bit harder than I anticipated is all.
Aye, it will. So what's your plan then? How can we best support our most valuable asset? All in good fun. Please don't hate me.
Honestly, I hadn't even thought this far ahead. I didn't think I'd survive this long, if I'm being completely honest with you. They should have hung me like 3 years ago.
Well, is that what they were going to do to you?
Most likely. Treason's a hanging offense, isn't it? Unless they've changed things.
Most often, yes. I don't know. I'd never like to think much about the dead man's rope. Get a little bit of a shakes upon me for it.
Mhm.
Not too much of a fan. Needless to say, though, I support you. As long as Seraphine is with me, I'm sure she'll support you as well. Dante, I don't know about him. He might.
I don't think
might just let
Dante
something
knows
slip
what.
there.
I don't
kidding.
think Dante knows what treason means.
All the better for it, truthfully.
I'm being perfectly honest.
No, these other two that we've got with us, they're smart. They'll stick by you.
Just, if we head up towards Resia, maybe we should not.
Just not in general.
Not in general. Not unless my guild has magically reset itself.
Right, you have my word of honor. I do have some questions about this here poster, though.
Mm.
And maybe now is not the best time for them. But I'm intrigued. And like Revlis has like kind of been, he's got like this little half smile that's been going on the whole time as he's just teasing Ori, but he kind of drops that whole facade, and just looks her dead in the eyes for a couple seconds. I want to know. I want to know more. As much as I'm privileged to. Not here, not now. After I've covered my hands in blood the same way you have, maybe a little bit of that respect can go both ways, and your enemies can be mine, and mine can be yours. What say you to that?
I think I can agree to that, old man.
No, I'm maybe 10 or 15 years older than yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at me like that. No, it's really 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, I know the Gray says otherwise.
Go back to my eggs.
The minute he starts preening, Ori just starts to cackle. See, at least I didn't say that. That would have been mean.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
That would have been mean as shit.
Alright. And as Rebels goes off to finish his eggs, we pan over to Dante being Dante. And that is where we're going to take a quick break. So folks, don't go anywhere. We got a lot to do yet. So welcome back, everybody, to Rebels Without a Castle, the Stone Lord's Folly. We are coming back on the high seas. We've been learning a lot about a lot of folks. But right now, we are zeroing in on our boy Dante, who is just doing what Dante does. Is Dante taking is Dante taking a nap?
It's nighttime, yeah. Oh yeah, he's probably passed out on like the deck of the ship right now. Like wherever I imagine like wherever he had asked for the hug from Espen earlier is probably where he ended up staying. Exactly. Just like
Sat down, passed out.
Dropped. I respect that.
it's like friendship hug and then
Everything's fine. I can sleep now. Like,
We did it, everybody.
Memes.
All right. So Dante, as you rest and recover,
I don't like the way you said that.
Mm-mm.
Well, those are two words with very positive connotations. I don't know what you're.
Yeah,
I
okay.
don't like the way you said that.
Okay, I don't know. As you suffer and squirm, like, what do you want from me? Um, yeah. As you rest and recover, um, this is a dreamless sleep. You are out. Um, which makes sense because you did almost die.
Almost took the forever nap. Yes.
Correct. Um, as you lay there, you do hear this voice in your head, and it is the familiar voice of Terrason, one of the entities that you know resides in your amulet, and he just goes, "I saved you."
And this is in his head, correct, or in his dream?
Well, yeah, in his head, in his like dream, whatever.
I think, imagine at this point, like subconsciously in the dream, Dante just kind of like sits up. Where am I? What happened? Where's Espen? Coffee. Hi. Where am I?
Hello. Oh, now don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic. You are inside this amulet with us.
What do you mean by this amulet? What's an amulet?
Well, you know that funny gold circle thing that you got written around your neck.
Oh,
So
my
that-
necklace.
Yes, sure. Yes, the necklace. So you know how like we're all in here. And like that's where you are right now. Isn't that fun and exciting?
Well, that depends. Where's the coffee and cookies?
Oh, we don't have coffee.
Okay, get me
Oh.
out of here. I don't want any of this. I don't want to deal with any of this stuff. Get me out of here.
Now you see, I really wish it was that simple. I really do.
I mean,
But if it was that simple, we would have jumped out of here a long time ago now.
well, maybe the thing is that you overthought it and then you just made it more complicated than what you'd be surprised how often things are actually simpler than what we make them to be.
Yes, absolutely. So, you go ahead and try to leave.
But where's my coffee and cookies?
It's not here. You said there was no coffee or cookies, so you wanted to leave. So, just give it a shot. Let us know how it goes.
I don't like your attitude. I'm not leaving anywhere. I'm staying right here until I get my coffees and cookies.
You're going to be waiting a long time.
Well, then we're stuck here, aren't we? What a predicament we're in.
Yes, darling. That's what we've been trying to tell you. Yes, we're stuck here.
Yes, we are stuck here. We are stuck here. Squint his eyes even harder out into the abyss.
Yeah, it's literally just like an endless, like black expanse. From like what you can see with just the disembodied voices kind of jumping around.
He's gonna at this point cross his arms and just like squint even harder.
Y'all, this one's bread ain't done in the middle, is it? No, I don't think there's too much going on up there. But it is what it is. We don't really get to pick who picks us up. So that's how it goes. You know, maybe if we're lucky, we won't get the rest of them.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean rest of me? Also, what's cornbread? I'm hungry. Where's coffee and cookies?
Well, like we said, there's we don't have none of that because we don't eat or drink really in here. You know, because we don't have bodies. It's kind of the
Have
whole
you-
point.
Have you, instead of not having bodies, have you tried having bodies?
Oh, we used to have bodies.
So if you used to have bodies, you should be able to have bodies again. Have you tried that?
So I'm not the smart one. But I do understand the order of operations, and I don't think that's how that goes.
Well, luckily for all of us, I am not the smartest person here either, and I think that you're wrong. Until you can prove otherwise, I'm not going anywhere. You're stuck here with me.
Oh dear. Okay. You know what? I think this has been very something. We'll address this later. And you hear a snap, and Dante, you wake back up.
I'm hungry. Cookies. Looks around. See who's near Dante right now.
You see there's like a couple dwarves that are like coiling ropes. A couple feet away from you.
Instantly snap fingers and yells out, "Cookies! Where are cookies?"
Now you're gonna have to settle down, okay? I don't have cookies.
Dante's going to slowly stand on up and like, another one step closer, said another step, cookies, all the way up until he's like looking down at this person with like a very angry face.
All right, go ahead, give me an intimidation check.
I really hope this works. How does a 14 do?
All right, that's enough. I see. Goes, all right, hold on. He like reaches into this little like pocket, and he goes, this is kind of like a cookie. So just try that.
Takes it, chomps down on it. Okay, thank you. And just walks away.
Did you give him fucking hardtack?
I absolutely gave him hard.
You motherfucker.
I don't know what that is.
So
You're gonna break a
that's
tooth
worse.
is what's gonna happen.
That's
Yeah,
worse
so
than no cookies.
It's like the worst biscuit you've ever had.
Crunch. Could use some butter. Crunch.
Well, you know how it goes. Sometimes you use too much butter, too much salt, or too much sugar, and then the stuff gets wonky. So best we just go with what we got.
Okay, thank you. Bye. And then walks away, crunching as he's going on through. Probably like dealing like enough points of damage that like he can feel it. And
Yeah,
it's just like,
give me a Constitution check real quick.
okay. Saving or just a regular check?
Oh, saving. Sorry.
That's an 11.
Oh, all right. It's with an 11. You bite down. You don't fully like crack a tooth, but you bite, and then just like a little chip of the molar, like you feel like batting around in there.
Touch. Feels it. I'm good again.
Oh yeah, I guess you can. Damn, that's how it goes. All right, Dante, is there anything else you'd like to explore?
No, I think at this point he is content, even though the hardtack is hard as shit. No, I think right now at this point he is probably just going to like look around, kind of look over and see the sea, and then just kind of like turn his back towards it, slide down, and just sit there. Just wait. Crunch.
All right, as Dante wallflowers himself. Cool. And do you know if you're on the starboard side or the port side? It's very identifiable now.
Starboard side.
Okay.
I learned this
Beautiful.
from chat. Thank you all.
We're all learning together. I love it. Espen, what have you been up to in your downtime?
Hi. Espen has been trying to figure out the boat itself. In regards to, she lives in a tree at home, but this kind of feels weird to her. And naturey things that aren't nature, which makes complete and utter sense in her head when she says it exactly like that. This nature feels wrong to her. So kind of like how most cats don't like water, Espen's feeling a little off. She hasn't been on a boat this big before. So she's kind of like walking around and like taking her claw and like feeling the type of wood it is and trying to like be like, oh, if we used this sort of wood, it would have been better. But since it feels like this, and at one time she like smells the wood and like takes a little like nibble of it, and is like, are you sure that we're not going to like sink on this boat? Like this boat is pretty not the greatest wood to be using like ever, right? And she kind of tells it to any of the crew members who walk by. And it's kind of just like, I don't want to be on this boat very much. So she spends a while doing that before she looks for the captain and starts like digging in on like, can you please tell me how you know where we're going, and like can you explain it to me again, because like once it gets dark I can like catch the stars and like possibly help you a little bit more, help us, and like does that make any sense? Why do you know where we're going on water?
All right. Let's I know a couple questions at a time.
Yeah,
Have
and
you
I
ever-
have more.
Have you ever been at sea before?
Not like this. I've been on a puddle, a river. It wasn't a puddle, it was a river. But like, rivers are not as big as this body of water.
No, they're not. Certainly rivers are a different kind of beast.
And I feel different. This one feels bigger, salty. Yeah.
Aye, there's a lot of souls.
My father doesn't like it. Look, it's already. And she's like a little puffy, like humidity, but like with the salt.
Okay, all right. Here. Let me show you a secret. And you see he goes into. You see there's like a desk, like on board, like near the helm, and he goes into this drawer and he pulls out this little, this like little jar, and like brings it over to you. And he goes, all right, so this is like a coconut cream. You just put like a little bit in your palms there. Maybe for your sake, you should do a lot in your palm there. And you just kind of smooth it over. Kind of works the salt, rehydrates you. All right.
Okay, sure. She does that to like her ear, and then it's like greasy.
It's like way too much.
Yeah.
Just
That
the ear.
feels weird, but sure. Well, I'll work with that. Back to like the you knowing where we're going. Like I can try and make it better, because like listen, I'm sure you're very good at your job, but like I don't trust the water. And I kind of don't trust you. And like the stars, I trust them. Yeah.
Well, then we are of a like mind. I also trust the stars,
Good.
and that's how we. That's kind of how we do what we do.
Okay, perfect. Sort of like this, and Espen is going to cast the sign of stars. So the captain is going to see her pull out like a silver bowl out of her bag and place it on the ground, and you're gonna see little tokens, a handful of tokens she'll pull out of her bag as well and toss them in there. And the moment they hit the silver bowl as she starts casting sign of stars, they're gonna turn into like tiny little bears, like little celestial like bears. And she'll take like her one arrow and tap it against one of the bears and lock it. And when she shoots it into the night sky, it literally looks like that little bear is riding the arrow, and it rides up into the air and it catches on to a star, and it pulls down. So it's like she's tossing little strings back and forth into the air as she's pulling out the best way for them to travel. So she's verifying that the captain's not pulling their leg and sending them to their watery graves. But also she's trying to find the clearest way for them to go based off of the knowledge that she knows. So it says that it takes 1 minute, but I would imagine that just for funsies, since we're not doing a whole lot at this moment, it takes her like a half hour. So if anybody sees, it looks like she's quite literally throwing shooting stars into the air, and they're sort of coming back slightly dimmer as she's collecting stars as they travel through the sky. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we don't quite do it like that. Pyra, take an inspiration. 'Cause that was such a lovely description.
Starship. Perfect.
We love star shit.
Yeah. So in this moment, she is looking, since we already know where we're going, she truly is trying to just find extra objects, creatures, or anything in the water along their way to, I mean, I sent you the spell because I know it's kind of, we're going a little off of fun flavor here. But it's just when she notices like a large rock or something that the stars bring back to her, the little bear is holding like the shape of that rock, and she's like annotating it on her little star map that she's drawing. Because I have like cartographer kit or some shit like that.
So you're making a star sonar essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. If
Okay.
you'll let me. Yeah.
That sounds dope.
Yeah.
Loaded question. Do you want to know what's in the water?
I mean, I do, but also no, but yes. Let me know. Tell me. We're on a mission. We're doing this.
Okay. It's the last thing I want to know. So Espen, as you are quite literally threading starlight together, and like receiving back these like shapes and images, and I think maybe even feelings, and just like kind of vibing out with how this course is gonna work out. You get the feeling, you know, that there is a more direct route.
Okay. Then the way that he's taking us, or the way that he's taking us?
Like you're still going in the right direction. It seems like you aren't taking quite the direction that a lot of other ships would take.
Okay.
And as far as finding creatures in the water, you feel like just this general vibrance of life from beneath the ship. There are so many life forms in this vast
Gross.
ocean,
I hate it.
and you sense everything from small fish and sharks and squids and rather large squids, but it all feels like bright and almost, to put it musically, there's a kind of harmony going on beneath the ship. And then as this bear comes back to you, you suddenly get this overwhelming sense of dread.
The little bear's like,
And you see the bear is trying to it's trying to do the size thing, but you see it goes like this and then runs to the other end of the arrow and like does this, and by comparison to the little bear body, big, but that's really all you're getting.
oh, this doesn't feel good. Is the captain next to her still? Like, okay.
Yeah, he's watching this like all like in awe. You see he's got like his star maps out. And then like his regular map, and his sextant and his compass and everything. And he's just kind of like watching this like star show.
Big, the tiny bear says big thing underwater, from one side of arrow to other, so at least, like at least this long, but it seems like bigger because the panic, directly under us and close to us. What's over here? Can you tell or not? We should tell people.
All right, that was a lot of information. I'm gonna be honest. I think 90% of it didn't make any sense.
Big thing under boat.
Yeah, no, there's a
Danger.
lot. There's lots of big things in the water,
but not in harmony.
Not in harmony.
Bad.
All right, big, bad,
Yes.
disharmonious. Okay.
You trust stars, yes?
I do. I trust them.
Okay, you see stars. Trust. Tell your people, I don't know how boats work. No offense, but I want to get off this boat.
Well, and you see he does kind of like a pan around and he goes, I mean, you're welcome to get off, but I don't think it's going to do you a lot of good.
No. No. We're floating, at least for now.
Okay. All right. You seem very panicked. All right. The ship hasn't sunk yet. And trust me, it should have quite a few times. I am very aware that there are things in the water that I wish weren't there. Sometimes the gods make things. They make mistakes, and sometimes the only way to hide them is to put them down in the deep, deep places of the world, you understand?
But what if it wants to put you in the deep, deep, deep down parts of the world? You're not a very good captain. You should be more worried about this. At this point, people, if there's anybody around, they can hear her.
She's just shouting at this point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you see
Okay.
the quartermaster and the helmsman and everything they're like there with Captain Zarigan, and like they look concerned, but there's also that very like weathered sailor thing of like, oh, looking.
Okay.
Yeah, big is bad, but we're already out here. There's not much we can do about it now.
Espen, is everything all right down there?
What's going on?
You seem concerned, lass.
Are you okay?
Oh shit, she froze.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a great face.
I
That's a
thought
great
that
face.
was just Pie making the face. Nope, she froze.
That's a great face.
the
That's
face she
perfect.
made. Oh no,
Oh.
she's gone. No.
She was like, thalassophobia. Nah, I'm out.
It's like, nah, fam, I'm out. Peace.
Big stuff in the water? Nah, can't do it.
Yeah, no, my
Count me
thalassophobia
out.
could fucking never. This is why I don't go on cruises, kids. Fuck that. I have zero desire to ever get on a ship that large with zero sight of land. Fuck that noise.
Oh, I love it.
I
can
will
never- I
not.
can never see land again.
I mean, that's where aliens come from, man. Like, let's
I
be
hate
real.
it. We all saw Pacific Rim.
Oh yes. Oh yes, we did.
Oh, where's my pen? Hang on a second.
I will drive to Philly. I will find that Denny's parking lot, Zachary.
What's great is every time we drive past Denny's now, Jillian goes,
That one?
They're coming for you.
We're coming for you.
No, I'm not kidding though. At PAX U, we should probably find a Denny's to do a photo shoot in.
I am so down for this.
funny.
Absolutely, we will.
I can just imagine the Denny's boys looking outside as like Laura
What are you
is
doing?
miming, smacking Zach a couple times while Justin's like cheering in the background. I was just like, what the fuck?
No, we do a full on fight choreo. You guys beat the hell out of me. Duh.
Oh, Pie.
Hi.
She
Hi,
hasn't
come
messaged
back.
anywhere, has she? I haven't seen anything yet.
I don't think so. She might have had that good old Texas internet.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like doing it live, kids.
No.
We'd love to
Okay,
see it.
well-
Yeah, what's up?
While we're waiting for Pyrea, Seraphina is like so drowsily stumbling around below decks trying to find a room because no one told her where she could go to have room time. So she's just looking.
All right, cool. So below deck, you do find a number of rooms.
Fantastic.
So you stumble into one that is clearly like dry storage, like food. So it's like rice, fruits, other stuff you'd find in dry storage, grain. Then you stumble on this other one that is clearly like lives, clearly, obviously. It's full of livestock. It's a bigger compartment. Pigs, cows, chickens.
Okay.
And then you find just this like empty room. It looks like at one point it might have had somebody living in it. Like there's like a mat on the ground, but it doesn't seem like anybody's been in there for a while.
Like when you say a while, like they haven't been in there today, or they haven't been in there.
Like a few weeks.
Sure, yeah, we'll pick the mysteriously abandoned room. That seems friendly to her.
Yeah, everything's fine.
Yeah, that's not a problem, probably. Yeah, she'll just go in there on the mat and then kind of get like a glazed over look in her eyes as she starts pulling out her hobbies.
All right. What's our hobbies for today, Seraphina?
God, we'll see. Making clocks. So she's just gonna start pulling out gears and things that she collected in Calibri, and in like a weird like trance-like state still just start making clockwork casually as one does. Since they're on a ship, she doesn't really want to like make a huge clock she's gonna have to carry around, so she starts making like a really intricate little pocket watch. It's great.
Okay. Go ahead and just give me a straight roll with your proficiency bonus. And since it is clockwork, I'm gonna say sleight of hand as well.
Okay. So both proficiency and sleight of hand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's it's not the best. 13?
13. Okay. So you have like all these like tiny little screwdrivers and you're like fitting these gears together. Pocket watches are so small.
Yeah, tiny.
And the gears that go into them are even smaller. When you close the face of this watch, it ticks. But for every 5 seconds, it ticks back 1, and then ticks 5, and then ticks back 1.
Interesting. Okay. It's quirky. I like it. Picasso.
So you did all right.
Yeah. For a first attempt at a pocket watch, you know, it moves.
Yeah, it happens. So as you are sitting there having room time, as you look up from your quirky pocket watch, you look up and you see Roz is like sitting on like a couple of abandoned barrels that are covered with some canvas, with his notebook, and you see he's going over stuff.
Cass, when I was like, I don't really remember what happened, but during the battle, I feel like I saw you taking notes. Did you do that during the battle?
Oh, yes. You, well, we'd never been in that situation before, and I thought it pertinent to have that information available. I felt like we were heading in that direction again.
What situation? We were.
Well, you know,
we've been in
where,
battles before.
Yes, but you've never, almost, how do I put this delicately? Shuffled off this mortal coil.
I almost died?
No, that's why I didn't say that, because you get all upset about it when I say death.
Well, yeah, I think that's kind of... People usually get kind of upset about that, I think.
Oh, well, you know, like, it's just dying.
So, wait, so I almost died and you took notes?
Well, yes, what did you... I mean, it's
Like
not a lot I can do. It's not a lot I can do for you there, Serafina.
I guess I just thought, like, maybe you'd be, like, a little concerned. Maybe.
And I was writing furiously. And you, listen, you made it out. And I think that says that our work together is going very well.
Sure. Okay. She's like not gonna argue, but she's like her feelings are visibly hurt.
Now, when you were resting, did you see anything else?
Crap, I'm trying to remember. I remember she saw Roz. Wasn't there a light in the distance too? Okay. Yeah, there was you and there was a light. Like
What kind of light? Are we talking like light at the end of the tunnel, or like
there wasn't
something
a tunnel.
else? No tunnel. Interesting. Okay. All right.
Is there supposed to be a tunnel?
Well, some people say that there's a tunnel. Some people say there isn't. I think it's really subjective.
you watched die?
Like watch die, like been there for
Like
everybody.
because you said like people say, but like what's people like you? Because I thought we just hung out. So like where else are you?
Well, no, there is there's this book about it, and it's this recounting of like all these people who almost died.
Right.
And like a lot of them, I'm sorry, I have to put this in your little portable library so you can check it out. But a lot of people
Yeah.
say that, on their way out of this plane, there's like a tunnel, and then there's a light at the end of it. And if I understand it correctly, the light is kind of like a representation of the afterlife.
I thought
But given
representations weren't supposed to be factual, though. So, like, if it's a representation, shouldn't it be more of like a analogy rather than something we actually see?
and that
So,
is
did
why
I see an
we
analogy, or did I see the afterlife?
well, and that is what we are working on.
Okay. Sure. I'm gonna have to read the book, I think.
This is how you see it. He like reaches into like his like coat pocket, and he pulls out this like big tome, and you see it like shrinks down really small in his hand, and he kind of chucks it, and it whizzes through the air, and then like goes into your bag, where like your little.
She's gonna pull it out and check the author, because she's not usually suspicious of Ross, but it sounded like he maybe made that up.
Okay.
Does it does it have a different name, or is it straight up just like he made this book and there's no author, or it's listed as him, or?
No, so you pull out the book, and you see it's not new, but it's not old.
Okay.
It's a little worn. But the book title is "What Does Death Look Like?" with a big. So like the title is in black, and then the question mark at the end is in gold.
Okay.
And then the it says written by Romero Candlewick. Or
That sounds like
compiled by Romero Candlewick, excuse me.
Sounds kind of like a fake name. Okay. She's gonna take note of that, because she's not quite sure how suspicious to be or how suspicious she wants to be, but that does feel like a little odd. And then she'll just go back to what she was doing, and we can get back to Pie Scene, because she's back!
All right, so room time has commenced. Espen, you are expressing your feelings
Loudly.
about big
About
bad
the
spooky
Hey,
things.
whoa.
stars. Yeah.
What? What's this? What's going on? Where are we yelling? Why are you yelling, Espen?
There seems to be a rather large problem here, yes?
Do
Loud
you?
noises.
Yes. So Dante's right. Like loud noises, but they're under the boat.
What?
Yeah. The bears told me.
This is the face that Ori is making.
Yeah.
I see you're all on the same page. Great.
Okay. Espen. Hey, Espen, look at me. Look at here. I need you to do something for me, okay? I need you to take a very deep breath. Inhale, babe.
Okay. Listen. The stars told me what is in the water. Did you see the lights go up and down like little strings?
That was you?
Yes. I pulled information from the stars, and
Okay,
as
that makes more sense.
she's explaining, another little bear comes down and like lands in her hand.
Oh,
And
bear.
yes, bear, and it like walks to the edge of her paw, they tell me what they see from the stars. Everything underneath us was in harmony, and now there is something directly under us that the captain does not seem to be so concerned about, but it is not in harmony. So it's deep down under, and I do not want to be on the boat. So I'm kind of like, I want to make sure we get off the boat safely. So, according to the bears, and it like floats away, we need to worry about whatever's under us.
Okay. Do the bears tell you how far below it is?
I have a general idea, and she points to the map that she's been scribbling on, but like not an exact location.
Okay.
Aha.
I have an important question then. Is it actually coming for us, or is it just there?
That's a great question.
So, Espen, you sensed it like kind of like passing underneath the boat. It's
Okay.
not necessarily like keeping in like speed with the boat.
You're gonna see bloop, bloop, and they like kind of burst off her shoulders a little bit as they like roll, and like they've got their own like tiny little maps, and they're like showing her on both sides, and she looks from one to the other and then down at her map, and she goes, well, it's like not even going the way we're going, apparently. So
Mhm.
yeah, but like big thing in water. Not
Espen,
good.
Espen,
Ori.
we are in the middle of the ocean.
Aha.
There is no getting off this boat. Not unless you want to swim back to shore, babe.
No, unless something takes us, like
As of right now, the big thing has gone elsewhere and is likely concerned with other things. The good captain, and Ori kind of gives the captain a look. Captain, can humor me. Humor me. How long have you been doing this?
Let's see. Well, this is August, and there's a leap year. 30 years. 30 years.
30 years. Okay, and is this your original vessel?
It is, give or take a couple parts.
There you go. So the ship has yet to be lost to any of the big things in the sea. She'll kind of look at Espen. I'm gonna keep it a copper with you, Espen. Perchance, it's not the best idea to insult the captain of the vessel that we are relying on for transportation.
But he trusts stars too. We all trust the stars, like he gets it.
Lass, I get it. I would never
That's
tell
it.
you that there are not bad things in the water. But the only way to get out of whatever situation we think that we might be in is to get where we're going. And so that's what we're going to do. As fast as possible.
Do you want to take a look at my map? It will keep me distracted as there's like little bears scribbling on her little map that I assume would be a little bit more detailed than his.
I think Ori kind of looks up over Espen's head and gives the captain like one of those like, please looks.
Yeah, let me see your map. Let me check. Let's compare maps. That's very good.
Okay. Let's compare maps, I guess.
Okay,
And then-
here. And I'm gonna
Go ahead.
take some of this. It's a flask.
Okay. I'm like, what? Okay, still probably like,
Death grip.
what is this? What is this?
It's for nerves.
Yeah, that's generally what people keep in their flasks. It's for the nerves.
Okay, well, are you attached to it? I don't know if you know this, but I kind of look like a bear. It takes a little bit. I don't think I could outdrink Ori,
No.
but
I hadn't noticed.
uh-huh. I'm just asking because it feels like only a little full. If I drink the rest, are you going to be offended?
There's plenty more where I came from.
Okay. Esmond, like, drinks the rest of whatever is in the content of this.
Okay. Perfect. Give me a con save. It's a very low
Okay.
DC.
Okay,
Just
amazing.
chug some straight rum.
There's no sweeteners in that. That's for damn sure.
18 plus 0. Woo!
All right, beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful. So you feel good. You're a
Okay.
little less jittery.
Okay.
You're not drunk.
You see her, like, calm down.
Just a little.
Okay, let's go talk about the stars. And then I can
Alright,
show you my
let's-
other maps because I'm pretty good at making maps.
All right. Let's check these out. All right. So, Aspen, what's on your map?
All this shit the bears just showed me.
Hmm.
Every like sizable stone structure that would come out of the water that could potentially harm the boat would be visible for like the distance that they've made. Some of the little bears would have went a little further into the sky and shown maybe some surrounding like smaller islands. Again, bad vibes. She's got it like written on there as like weird squiggles. Anywhere they've reported bad vibes. And she'll tell him that. Be like, this little squiggle here is for danger. So like stay away from that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the sound where it's like, what's that kid doing over there? The voices.
The voices. Yeah, exactly. 100%. But they're little bear voices. Yeah. And then yeah, just whatever the bears showed her. So there's gonna be maybe like the weird thing would be like an island that has trees, like particularly has a lot of trees. So it's gonna seem like something really weird to the captain, but like makes total sense to the bears. You know, like it's like her subconscious, you know. Makes her feel safe.
So it's like a Rorschach test, but as a
Yeah.
map. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, noted.
Exactly. It makes total sense to her.
Mhm. All right, so let me look at this. All right. Right, so this is clearly
An island.
sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, an island. Great. Okay, and this over here.
It's a squiggly line, like this squiggly line, but it's longer, so don't go there.
Right. Okay. And then this, it's kind of like it started as a triangle and then it kind of took a detour.
Lots of trees. Maybe mountain. But not the mountain, so.
Okay. All right. This is a really good map.
I know.
For people who can read it.
Well, I gave you the key. Now you know what the squiggle means. And then the partial triangle, it means trees or mountain. If there's multiple triangles, probably 3. Or mountain, maybe, if it is big triangle with little triangles, but
All right. This part has a lot of red in it.
Uh-huh.
What's that deal?
see that.
All right, then we don't worry about it.
The bears cannot see it either. Like there's nothing. They come back and they just they go like this, and I haven't been able to figure it out. So probably don't go there. Or you could go there and it would probably be like some magical stuff.
Got it. Red magical stuff. And you see he's like kind of like writing his like own key on on his map there.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right. And you guys just kind of go kind of like back and forth about like identifying what is what.
Yeah.
As the camera kind of like pulls back.
Bermuda red
And then-
splotch. Exactly.
And then as the camera pans down into the water, just something large and scaly passes in front. And that is where we're going to end for today.
Oh no.
Oh boy, howdy did we learn a lot of things. Some of them against our will.
It's fine.
I'm sure it's fine.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We had an absolute blast. This is always an honor and a pleasure and a joy. Thank you so much to my cast for doing what you do and letting me do what I do to you. As always, my name is Zach Savage. You can find me on all of the socials at Zach Savage Lore. Where I'm doing all sorts of stuff. We're making skits. We're making brand new Stag and Sword Adventures Guild content, as we also keep working on Stag and Sword Adventures Guild supplement, which is getting so much bigger, so much longer than I thought it was going to be. But that's the joy of a passion product, baby. My cast is going to go through and tell you who they are and where you can find them. And as always, if you had any of the issues with any of the calls made during this game, you can find me behind the Denny's on 422 and we can settle it. All right. Send us out of here. Justin.
Hey everybody, thanks again for tuning in tonight. I am GM Justin. You can find me on all my socials at Forever GM Justin. You can also find me over at Roll D5, where we specialize in playing indie TTRPGs. I played Dante, and I did the thing that I set out to do, and I'm happy for that. So I do stuff. Follow me on the socials to keep up with what I did and do in the future. With that being said, I'm gonna kick this over to Sam.
Hello and good evening. Thank you everyone for viewing this episode. My name is Sam. I go by Utah Indie on both Instagram and Twitch. Currently a little bit dark as I have some projects coming up soon. We'll have to see what those ones are. But I have been your pirate gunslinger. We're going to go ahead and jump right over to Laura.
Hi, hello, good time zone folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. You can find me all over the internet on the socials as _ Laura Tutu. And if you can't fucking find me, I'm not on those damn socials. The easiest way to figure out what I'm doing next is to check out my website, lauratutu.com. But on Fridays, you can find me over at Crit Hit Chronicles for Shadows over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel to the hit Larian Studios video game. Wednesdays, obviously, I'm here. You'll be able to see me over at Folk and Myth in the coming weeks for a little bit of vampire and a little bit of something else that I don't think I'm allowed to tell you exactly yet, but it's definitely World of Darkness, that's for sure. And if you are going to be in the Chicagoland area around the end of October, you should check out Théâtre de Vampire, the Festival de Vampire. It's a little cabaret, burlesque, drag extravaganza at the Newport Theater. It's vampires pretending to be humans. pretending to be vampires. It's quite avant-garde. I will be performing on October 24th. You can still get your tickets now on the Eventbrite page or check out their website, vampsshy.com. Hyacinth, go for it.
Hi, I'm Hyacinth. My handle is at Hyacinth Wonders on pretty much all the social media platforms, all the ones I'm on. When I'm not here, I'm doing cosplay skits or gaming streams on Thursdays on Twitch. And tonight I played Seraphina, the High Elf Cleric. Pyrea, I think you're the last one, yes?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Pyrea. You can find me on all the socials as Pyrea. As we get closer into September, I'll talk about the Hell Whalers game that I'll be a part of on Help Action Needed through the month of September, but I'll yap about that more as we get closer. It'll be on my socials, as well as all the other stuff I'm playing in eventually. Just find me as Pyrea. I was Espen, the Oblivion Ranger / Druid who does cool star stuff. Woo! Zach, do you want to wrap us up?
Let's wrap it up, folks. If you
Okay.
enjoyed what you saw here today, make sure you go and follow us here. Obviously, we'd love to see you every Wednesday. If you need to catch up, absolutely check us out on YouTube under the same name, where we drop the previous week's episode every Monday. So this one will be available on Monday, but all of our episodes and our lore shots up to this point are also available, where you can dive into the history of Vastra and see just some shaping events that may or may not come back up as we get closer to things. And if you just want to stay in contact with us, make sure you jump in our Discord.
Wait.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
What?
What do you mean
Wait,
by
wait,
what?
what do you mean
What
by
is going
that?
to come back to us?
Justin, baby, don't worry.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean?
Justin,
What do you mean?
don't worry.
This is like, hold on, stop, wait, hold on, real quick. Sir, what do you mean by this?
Listen, I
Where's
don't want you
the
to-
Zach?
I don't
Where's
want
this
you to
Denny's
worry.
again?
I don't want you to worry your pretty little head. Everything's gonna be fine.
You want to drop the map quest link real quick, bud? Little buddy, little pal, little friend.
The map quest. Yeah, just get in your covered wagon also. Jesus Christ.
Hey, fuck you. I'm not using Google.
That's fair. Ugh. All right, gang. Well, that's the wrap. Follow us on Discord. And if you do, you'll probably see why everybody's so scared. So until next week, that's it. See ya.